So I was watching a reel that was talking about the difference between laziness, which is just not doing something because you don't feel like it, and not doing something because you physically can't, as in you freeze. You can't get yourself up and about to do it, no matter how much you want to do it. And I found that interesting because I really want to go work on some of my videos that I need to make, but I can't seem to get myself to do that. So I was being lazy on the couch. And then I looked outside and I got up to get something, and then I was kind of pacing a little bit. And I was like, it's not actually raining out. I think I'm going to go for a walk. It's like day 3 or 4 of this cloudy, rainy, overcast, coldish, 40s, 50s. It's not that cold. I'm not from around here. I'm from up north. This rainy, cold weather, and I was like, oh, I really want to go for a walk now. Out of nowhere. Don't know where that came from. I was walking, and then I got test results that said my iron was low, and I was like, well, that explains why walking isn't getting any easier, because every time I'd walk, I wasn't feeling any stronger. I was still getting out of breath. It was still hard. And that's why, because my iron was low. So I've been taking iron for a couple weeks now. I'm still low, I can tell, because I'm still chewing ice. And I still have that whooshing in my ear, which I think is getting a little bit better. But like really slowly. And I know if I were to go and do an infusion, I'd feel better faster and whatnot. But then I'd have to call somebody to make an appointment, and I don't like doing that. So yeah, there's that. And then another thing about my journey right now, my life journey, because this is just my life. I had some not undiagnosed. Before I had my weight loss surgery, I had high blood pressure and type 2 diabetes. Then I lost weight and I didn't need the meds. And I lost some weight. Then I started gaining the weight back. But I wasn't seeing a doctor. My regular doctor had left. My surgeon had left his practice. And, past the 3-month follow-up after my surgery, I didn't see a doctor again. That was 2016. I didn't see a doctor again until my ankle hurt so bad that I had to go to urgent care. And then they were like, well, we should send you to the ER because your blood pressure is so high, but we'll start you on meds and see what happens. And then when I went back for a follow-up, then they put me on. He was, I saw a different guy, and he's like, is there anything else we should be concerned about? I'm like, my blood sugars? So he's like, okay, let's start you on metformin. And they were nurse practitioners at the urgent care, so I'm not sure how much, I don't know. They're just there as placeholders for a doctor, it feels like, at that particular place. But it got me started where I needed to go in getting my health back. So I'm trying to think. The car, there's a lot of distractions right now, which makes it a little bit harder for me to concentrate on the words coming out of my mouth. So, all right, so yeah, started the metformin, and then the next time I went back after a couple weeks, the metformin wasn't doing a lot. And I was having the shoulder pain from the lisinopril. So he put me on the same blood pressure meds I was on before, which don't cause me pain, and they are helpful. And that's just the low salt and potassium and the HCTZ, which I'm really hoping I won't need the HCTZ much longer, because with the new med I'm on, I got to be careful about dehydration. So we'll see. I'll keep an eye on my blood pressure and see what happens with that. So my blood pressure is greatly improved. And until I got my lab results about my iron, I thought all the dizziness I was getting from standing up and just feeling horrible trying to walk was just me adjusting to a lower blood pressure. No, it was low iron. So, you know, get your labs checked, people. Take care of yourself. I mean, I potentially could have done myself a whole lot of harm by going so long with high blood pressure and high blood sugars. It's just a miracle that I didn't. So hopefully I'll do this on YouTube so you guys can double speed it, because I am like slowly talking here. It's annoying me. So let's see. Then all right, so the nurse practitioner said, well, you should probably go see an endocrinologist, because he's like, I don't know what else I can do. So and he put me on Actos, because that's what I was on when I was very first diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And also, we weren't sure if I was still making insulin or not, which I am, because I got the blood results, got the lab results. So I waited probably longer than I should have to finally go see the endo, but I wanted to see how the metformin was going to work. And I was walking like 30 minutes 5 days a week. And at first I was doing better with my eating and eating lower carbs at each meal, but that went away pretty quickly. That's really hard. The thing is, when your sugars are high, your body is and your body's not receiving the insulin, and it's not receiving the sugar in the cells because of the insulin resistance. It thinks you need more food. So you're just like craving food, and then you eat food, and then your sugars it's just this. At least that's how I understand it. I'm sure there are people that come in the comments and say, no, that's not how it works. I don't care. That's how it is. Anyway, for me. Anyway. So yes, saw the doctor. I had no preconceived notion of what he was going to put me on. I just let him tell me what I should do. And also, because I had enough of the metformin, I went from the 500 milligrams in the morning and at night to the 1,000, which is the max, just to see if that would help, because I didn't want to be like, oh, let's try this, and then have to go back in 2 weeks to see if it helped. So I did that, and yeah, he just right away, he was just like, I want to put you on Mounjaro. I didn't really know a lot about it, other than I knew that Lauren Brazy had taken it for weight loss. And there's other people that had taken it for late weight loss. I hadn't really heard much about it for actually type 2 diabetes. So, I've been watching videos and looking for videos, and I'm not finding a lot of videos. And that's why I decided to go ahead on my personal YouTube page and start documenting my journey, which hopefully people will be able to hear, because the traffic's really loud. Here's an off street, might not be so bad. Oh, the birds are down here, though. I hear a lot of birds, even with my headphones on. They're keeping my ears closed. They're keeping my ears warm at this point, because they're actually turned off. And the mic, I haven't been able to figure out how to work a mic. And I have an Android phone, so don't say the whatchamacallit headphones, because that won't work with an Android. So, let's see. Okay, so yeah, he put me on Mounjaro. It took a couple days to get the first prescription. And, I weighed myself before. I should probably take some measurements and some pictures. I haven't done that yet. I took it Friday, and today's Sunday. So it's only like day 3. I took it Friday night. So, and even right away, that combined with the metformin, my sugars were, for the first time, like 130 something, after eating something that was not the best choice. Something that was pretty high sugar, actually. So, yeah, being in the 130s, when the lowest I've seen is like usually the lowest I see a couple hours after I eat was like in the 150s to 90s, and my fasting sugars have been around averaging 150, and that's mostly what I've been remembering to take is my fasting sugars. And so the first day, I think after taking the Mounjaro, my blood sugars were 146, I think. Today they were 133. So I'm really hoping that my fasting blood sugars will continue to come down. That's actually the hardest number for me to get where it needs to be. My after meal or before meal, I usually take it 2 to 3 hours after I eat. If I took it right before I ate, it might be lower because I've also kind of been able to go a little bit longer between meals. And so they've been in the 130s to 150s, where before they were, consistently in the 180s, occasionally 150s, before I started the Mounjaro. So yeah, that's where I am on day 3. So yeah, I guess I need to get measurements and take some pictures. That would be helpful. If I'm going to keep talking, I'm going to turn around and go back down this road. But I've missed walking, surprisingly. Yeah, I am actually surprised that I was like on a rainy, it's not raining right this minute, and I don't know what the temperature is. High 40s it feels like. So, but sometimes walking on a overcast, dreary day just kind of feels good. Isn't that weird? I know, I'm a little weird. If you watch my crafting channel, you'll see that. So I'm going to make this to go up on my personal page, and I will continue to have updates. But, since follow through is not my forte, we'll see how well that works out. I'm not a doctor. I'm not recommending anything. I'm not a medical professional in any way, shape, or form. I'm just telling about my experience, trying to get my blood sugars under control. And of course, being healthy, which part of that would be losing weight, because obviously this beautiful face could use a little less of it. So that's where we are for today, and I hope you all have a delightful day. Love you.